Hello, Internet Nation. Alex and Ashley here. Um, I want to say stuff. So, I talked to my therapist today, and I think she's finally catching on to things. I think she's finally, caught up. She finally addressed where I am, but that's all she really did. So, she acknowledged the fact that, my life is lacking in healthy connections. And the problem is not knowing what to do about that. She didn't really give me any direction. I was waiting for her to so here's the problem, and this is where we go from here, but she never really said that. The conclusion was basically stop giving people your energy and be kinder to yourself. So, lately, I've been coming to terms with things is that, I don't know, I've been thinking about a lot of stuff that have been, I don't know, a lot of things that have been crossing my mind lately. And I feel like a lot of people are telling me to stop expecting autonomy from people. So, I don't know. I get blamed for a lot of things. And a lot of those things, in a lot of cases, is people choosing to do certain things. And a lot of the time, when I express my feelings, boys get mad at me. I assume because they can relate to the things that people do, so they don't really like hearing how somebody feels and somebody's opinion about that because they don't want to acknowledge the fact that they're doing terrible things and hurting people. Because it's all fun and games until you start thinking about an individual as an individual, Because, a woman or a person in a feminine body is just a blow up doll, you know? And then you start realizing they have, thoughts and emotions, and there's, a whole ass soul in there. I know, it's crazy, right? But some males forget that. Or we're never taught that. Or we're never taught that, you close your eyes, the world doesn't disappear. So, I don't know. I have to, warp my mentality to understand that, I don't know, maybe my energy is so powerful that people just lose their autonomy when I'm near. And they just have to, show out, I always, joked about how, people who were on autopilot, they would instantly become affected by my gravitational pull. And I say that because, I noticed in all my years, all my hours I've spent standing on city streets, dog walking, I would be standing somewhere and just watching people. I'll be standing on one spot. I usually try to walk a straight line, which is difficult because I have knock knees. So, I don't know what everybody else's excuse is with their perfectly straight legs that don't affect their balance because they have perfectly balanced body structure and whatnot. But that's why I can't walk a straight line. So usually I'll just be standing somewhere, and then I'll notice once a person looks down at their phone, they'll instantly go from walking the straight line they were walking to walking directly towards me. And it's weird because it's I'll be walking a dog, and me and the dog will be up against the wall, and the person will be walking up against the curb, and then they'll decide to walk up against the wall and try to get between the dog and the wall, which confuses me because why did you cross the entire block just to get between the dog and the wall? That's weird. So maybe it is me. Maybe I'm just too powerful and people can't resist the pull that is me. So I can't really get mad at people for acting out, or I guess I shouldn't really get mad at people for acting out because everybody isn't autonomous, I guess. They just kind of like get a glimmer of hope and then act out. Like, all those dudes that like to make it seem like there's something wrong with me because I don't want to go to a stranger's house to smoke weed. I don't. Maybe it's because I don't have a dick, so I don't get to walk around the world feeling like nobody's gonna randomly try to force themselves on me. Because maybe dudes hang out with dudes that they don't know all the time to get inebriated. So it's normal to like be like, yo, bro, you don't like hanging out. You never want to roll up to some dude that you only see at the corner store, you know? Like, I don't know. Dude, do dudes even do that? To dudes that they're not, like, attracted to? A dude's just like, yo, I want to hang out with you. You look like a cool person. I want to be friends. Even though I know for a fact that this dude isn't trying to be my friend. Because, like, when people want to be your friends, they hold conversations with you and they talk to you and they do more than just try to, like, get you in their space, Which is, like, that weird thing because you could tell when a dude wants to be your friend and when a dude wants more than that, because dudes that want to be your friend will actually make an effort to talk to you and not just be like, so when we gonna hang out? When we gonna do this? When you gonna do that? When you free? When you like, why do you always want something from somebody? I'm so tired of people texting me and be like, so did you do this? Did you that? When are we gonna do this? We never did that. I'm just like, how about you just talk, So I guess it's meaningless to give guys the benefit of the doubt because I've always been trying to like hold on to the hope that there are good dudes out there. And I still believe it's like the 1% because then you see individuals all over the place. I watch a lot of YouTube, so I see a lot of like YouTubers who seem like genuinely nice people who are in relationships and it seems happy. So you're like, okay, this person found a partner that they're happy with. That's a nice person in the world. I don't know. Maybe I am meant to be alone. That's fine. I find I have, as her door squeak, I find that I have the most power when I'm not being affected by people, which is rather difficult because people don't like being honest with you, so it's hard to like be emotionally stable because you know what's going on because people like to lie and gaslight and make up excuses and never like acknowledge the fact that they hurt you or that they did anything wrong. It's always about the excuse why I did this and blah blah blah. It doesn't matter that you got hurt because I had a reason, so your feelings are null and void. And that's just kind of like how people are. I don't want to lose hope in humanity because that's when you start to see more evil, I guess. But I'm gonna try and not like, I don't know. Spiritual folk always talk about being more loving, but then when you realize what that entails, you realize just how much you have to like let go and not let things affect you. Like a lot of the time I'll read a comment from a male and then I'll get upset because for one, how could you be so ignorant? Like for example, the comment that I've been dwelling on for a few days, a week, I don't really know. Time is even more of an illusion these days. But the comment I've been like dwelling on was this dude like trying to call me out for expecting the males that approach me to respect my pronouns, but then not feeling comfortable enough to come out to my homophobic Christian family, conservative Christian family, who has bashed homosexuality to my face. So it's like, you obviously have never experienced anything in life for you to just be like, well, you can't expect the people that aren't even in your life, have no purpose in your life, and literally just want to like use you for your body, to respect your pronouns if you're not gonna like go and fight your family on that. Like, for one, we just started embracing all of this. Clearly, they haven't been around for that long or watched enough videos for life to make sense to them. But I just started having people call me Alex and using they for me last year, and then coronavirus hit, so I didn't even get to like continue that journey, and my therapist sucks, so we never even get to like, she won't even like put two and two together, like me saying all of that. So it's like, I shouldn't have to directly tell you to like stop calling me a woman if you keep hearing me complain about people calling me a woman. Like, I shouldn't have to keep correcting you if we're gonna keep having these conversations, you know? So I've just been dwelling on like, how can you not like understand that? How could these males have so little empathy for situations? Because I'd be riding my bike and dudes be running at me while I'm riding my bike. And I'm supposed to what? Just let dude have his way because he was courageous enough to risk getting hit by a bike just to talk to a stranger? That doesn't make any sense. So, a lot of the time, I find myself wondering how people could be so narcissistic. And often I like try to be understanding so that I don't let that experience make me jaded. Because, like, I don't know, I have very little faith in males, and they make it so hard to have faith in them because all they ever want to do is complain that I don't appreciate the experiences I've been through and want to, like, call out and have a conversation about the blatant misogyny in our society. Because you can't tell me I'm wrong for the shit I say. A lot of dudes are fucking trash. And if that makes you mad, then that just means you're trash. Because at no point am I saying all dudes. Even if I'm talking about dudes in general and not specifying not all dudes, I shouldn't have to specify all dudes, not all dudes, because you're the one implementing the all in the sentence that didn't have all. So maybe stop projecting your thoughts on people, you know? But I've been trying to take it easy, I guess. I don't know what she really expects. I'm glad she's finally catching up, but I'm not really sure what the next step is. Or I don't know. I walked to the deli a little while ago, and it was raining, and then like a sad song came on, so then I just kind of like enjoyed the moment and just kind of like, I don't know, I remember there was a moment where I kind of got like anxious, so then I calmed myself. I was listening to a song, and then the song made me anxious, so then I calmed myself and reminded myself that I was there, you know? At the end of the day, at least I have me, and that's all that really matters. I'm just gonna get like really jacked and actually do the things that I said I wanted to do so many years ago, like actually learning martial arts and whatnot, so I can be one of those beasts and not have to rely on weapons to break a motherfucker. But I don't know, the world just feels so empty, because then it's like, I don't know, I feel like even when I can rely on a person, there's so many things that I have to sacrifice for that. Like, you call one person, you can't just, like, snuggle with them because they sweat like a pig and they smell bad, and then now your area smells bad, and then that smell lingers, and now you're just unhappy because your space that's supposed to smell, your space that's supposed to feel safe now smells bad, and you can't really escape that. And now it's just kind of like skeeving you out because you're also a germaphobe, and you don't like when your space smells like people you don't like the smell of. Or you can't get close to people because then they're like, oh, I got a dick, you got a vagina, maybe we should put them together. And I'm just like, maybe I should cut your dick off. Then that solves the problem, you know? I don't know. It's hard for me to not dwell on things because I never processed things when I was a kid. And then even now, it's hard for me to process things because I don't really get to talk about them. Most of the time, I'll try to talk to somebody about something, and the most I really get is, "Oh, that sucks." Like, yeah, I'm aware that that sucks. Do you have anything to say? Should I have just like talked to Marilyn over there? Because it's kind of a waste for me to type all that out for you to say that sucks. Like, if I wanted such little input, I would have just like ranted and then read one of these fortune cookies on the painting and like used that as a response to the situation. Hell, if I probably could have got more direction and conversation from a tarot card reading. So it sucks because it's like, for the most part, I'm on this planet alone, and it's like I have this one person I can kind of count on, maybe. I don't, not even though, because then it's like half the time he disappears from the conversation. Like today, he disappeared and he was like, oh, I took a nap. And I was like, but you just responded to me. Were you up from your nap? Because if you've been up from a nap, like, it's one thing to not respond for hours because you fell asleep. But then, like, okay, that's fine. But how about you respond when you wake up, though? You know, like, why are you always disappearing? Then it'd be the next day and then you don't continue the conversation. That makes me want to not have a conversation. On top of that, there was so many things you already failed at doing, and we have a huge history of you just failing in general. So I'm expecting you to just fail again. I'm so used to people failing. And it's like my expectations are down here. And people are just like, I'm pretty sure I can crawl under this limbo. Like, maybe if I turn myself into Ant-Man and get super small, I can just get, like, under the expectations. Like, all I do is act that you, like, respect me. And they're like, no, I think I'm going to pressure you into having sex. And then I'm going to stop having sex with you. Yep. And I'm just like, but why? Was it really worth ruining our relationship? Like, all this talk about, oh, but I guess it's because you can't be friends with me because you're attracted to me. Why is that always the case? Why does every ex I interact with have to be all like, so sex? It's like, what? I mean, they could all just be terrible people, and the only person that would put up with them is me, which is why I'm the only one they maintain a relationship with. That's something to think about. I feel real blue. I've been in bed for like the past 3 days. Haven't really done much. Except maybe go to the store. Lots of naps. Played The Sims. Worked on some faces at the very least. I'm not really sure what to do. I want to stop smoking for a bit, but my teeth hurt real bad, and when I get sober, all my subconscious feelings come up to the surface. I'm just reminded of my desire for a hug, and just to, like, somebody to talk to, you know? Because, like, I could text that one dude, and we can talk about the stuff I want to talk about, and it's easier for me to just, like, guide him aggressively I don't know, it's easier for me to be myself, so it's easier for me to call him out on stuff because that's just like how it is. And I can also see the benefit that he gets from dealing with me as well, you know? But at the same time, it's like I know I'm gonna get let down in this situation, so there's no point in getting attached. And then everybody else, you talk to them and it's just kind of like mediocre. And that's just the way it is, you know? But I guess I'm building better relationships with my Discord friends, and maybe internet friends can be the wave, you know? I don't know. It's difficult to believe that people on the internet exist when my reality is so quiet and I'm still not even used to being touched by another person, you know? So it just feels like a band-aid. I don't know. I feel like soon would be a really good time to just like close off. Do like a water fast and just lock myself in here. Just be alone with my thoughts. Maybe. Maybe I will after. I don't know. I will figure it out, I guess. Anyway, until next time, Internet Nation, know that you are loved by this guy right here, if nobody else. My tooth really hurts. Bye.